Okay, so let's start by fixing this dress for the peach body. We're going to sew. We're going to attach these sides. We're going to close these in. So what I'm going to do is apply. What I'm going to do is apply the cloth. So I'm going to go into this wrench thing, looking thing, and I'm going to first apply the subdivision that we did earlier. That's this. So I'm going to click down this button and hit apply, and we have a waffle. Wait a minute. Okay, that's not going to work. So I'm going to Control Z. Don't do that. Oh, I think you got to do the top first. So we're going to go to the cloth and we're going to apply. Okay, there you go. So that's applied. I'm not going to apply the subdivision surface yet. I'm going to tab on my keyboard to go into edit mode. And we are going to attach these sides. So you go right here to material properties, click on it, and then you see a plus sign. So I'm going to add new. I'm going to click new again down there. And now we have a material. We're going to come to base color. Click on it, and we're going to select the color. This over here makes it light and darken. Okay, so I love pink, so I'm going to pick pink. So if I slide this slider down, it'll turn all the way black. Then that makes it darker, lighter, 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 lightest. I don't like that light. That looks like Pepto-Bismol. I probably need some Pepto-Bismol. Oh, that is too neon. No. I want like a reddish. I don't want a I don't want a Pepto-Bismol pink. I think that'll look even more Pepto-Bismol. Not purple. Girl, it ain't that serious. Alright, so what happened? We cannot see our material being pink. So we're going to go right here and change our viewport shading. We're going to put to material preview. This one is solid display. This is material preview. This one is render preview, but we're not rendering nothing right now. So we're not going to, real talk, I usually don't even use it. Sometimes just to see how my images will render, but we're not worrying about that. This one is wireframe. So if I click on it, you see it'll be wireframe. And that's if you got like some intricate, I don't know, whatever, intricate. This one is X-ray. So you can see, let me put it on solid. X-ray, see, so you can see through it. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to take off X-ray. I'm going to put it on material preview. And there you go, our dress is pink. Cheese and peas. We're going to come up here and go into vertex select. So we're going to just do these manually. And what that consists of is clicking each vertice. So right click. I'm going to hide the body and these bones. So if you come to your right, just click on the eye. Oh, there you go. We hide the bones, because they are annoying. So right click on one vertice, right click on the one adjacent to it, and then we're going to hit M on our keyboard for merge. And we're going to click on at center. If you want to do it manually, you'll go to vertex and Mesh? Yeah, it's in mesh. So mesh, merge. See, M is the shortcut. Okay. I wonder if we click all of them, can we do mesh merge by distance? No. Alright, I'm just gonna press Control Z because I don't have no idea what that would have done. Alright, so we're just gonna do one by one. Okay, so click those two vertices. I'm gonna press M on my keyboard, click at center. I'm just gonna right click this vertice. I'm hit G for grab. I'm going to move it over because I need to see what's going on here. G for grab, moving it over. I just want to move this over. Okay. I'm gonna hit Shift and select that one. M at center. Trial and error, guys. Trial and error. Ooh, why'd I go all the way up there now? Center. And make sure you're not doing nothing to other vertices, because this can just be a disastrous situation. Okay. I'm gonna speed this up, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Who cares? It's done there. And done over here, baby. Alrighty. So we are all together. Oh, see? I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to press, oh no. I'm going to press X on my keyboard, and I'm going to put dissolve vertice. I'm going to right click on this one, X on my keyboard, and I'm going to left click on dissolve vertice. Okay. So we're looking pretty good there. Okay. It looks kind of crooked. So what we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to hit A to select everything. I'm going to come up here to mesh. And I'm going to come down here to clean up. And we're going to do merge by distance. Okay. And now what that usually does is get rid of duplicate vertices, which we doesn't has none. And it shows up down here if you had some in this area. Like, I'll do it again. Pay attention. I said pay attention. Clean up. Merge by distance. See right there? Removed 0 vertices. Okay? Why does Peach... The hands, though. The hands. Why they make their body all deformed? And I will not lie. This body gives me issues. I need tissues with the issues. Alright. I'm going to hit A twice to deselect. Because, you know, these lines can affect your textures. So, I'm just going to mess around. Grab Z axis. So, G is for grab. Then you press Z. I press Z for the Z axis, which just brings it up or down. Just want to fix it up some. You don't got to be too meticulous unless you're meticulous. G for grab, Z for down. Okay. I'm just going to hit grab. I don't even care where it brings me at this point. I just want it more straighter, if that's the word. So now we need to mark our seams to make our UV. So Alt Shift. So I'm not going to go all the way up because, oh, I could. Yeah, I could. I can go all the way up. And then I'm going to do this side. That took the whole arm. This one. And I'm just holding down Alt and Shift till all the lines I want to turn into a seam will be marked. So I don't want the top, because then it will be in, oops, I didn't do right here. Alright, so there you have it. Alright, so I'm going to go to Edge, mark seam, double A to get deselect everything. So those are our seams. And now we're going to go to UV editing. We're going to make sure this is in UV editor. We're going to click the sync button. We're going to press A to highlight everything. And you see I highlighted it in this window. It highlights that. That is why we have the sync, UV sync. I'm going to go UV unwrap. Then I'm going to go UV pack islands. Hold up, guys. I'm going to go back to layout. I don't like how that UV is. I'm just going to add a seam up here on these shoulders. So Alt Shift. I don't want these. So C for circle select and middle mouse button to deselect those. I'm not even, you don't got to use Alt. Just, I mean Alt Shift. You could use Alt. Oh shoot, never mind. Alt Shift. Alright, so C for circle select, middle mouse button to get rid of those guys. I don't want those in pieces. I just want to break this back and front up. So I'm going to go to Edge, mark seam, double A, and there we have it. Let's let's go back to UV editing. Highlight everything. Highlight everything. UV unwrap. UV pack islands. Why? Why does that have to be upside down? Seriously. I'm gonna hit double A to deselect. I'm just gonna select this dress and see if I could turn it around. Sometimes it doesn't let me because it freaking makes, yep, it's not gonna let me. Because when you see I'm highlighting this dress, this is going to pull from here. Watch. Rotate, R for rotate. Oh no, not rotate. G for grab. You see? See what I mean? And I don't know how to fix that. Okay? I really don't. So, alright, we gotta have one upside down dress and one not upside down. Sorry. That is the way of the world. Alright, so on A for select all, I'm going to go back to UV. And we are going to click on average island scale to help with our prints. When we put prints on, I'm pretty sure probably there's nothing wrong, but you never know. So we're going to go back to layout. Now while we're in, we have this all highlighted. Let's go into mesh. We want to make sure our normals are good. So we're going to go down, mesh to normals, to recalculate outside. Okay. So then our normals should be good. Okay, and not crazy. And our normals are on the faces. You know how you have a mesh in Second Life and you see through it if you look inside? but the outside is solid. Well, that's what normals do. So you want to make sure all your faces, normals, are facing outward. Okay? Thank you very much. Okay, so now I am going to apply the subdivision modifier, and then we're going to fix her boobies, and should I do anything else to this? I don't know. No, we're going to sculpt. Okay, so I'm going to modifier, and I'm going to click down this arrow. Oh, we got to be in object mode. So I'm going to press tab to get in object mode. Or, again, you can get in object mode or whatever mode through here. Edit mode and object mode. Okay. So I'm going to click down. Hey, apply. Okay, so I'm going to go to edit mode. And now we have 50 million vertices to work with. Okay. So now what we're going to do is go into sculpt. Are you ready? I'm ready. So up here, I'm going to go into sculpting. I'm going to press 1. And now you see how big my freaking paintbrush is? It's ridiculous. To make it smaller, you can come up here and drag down the radius. See, it got smaller. This is the strength of your brush. And I think this was down. It don't matter. I'm going to bring it up some. Whatever. This is your strength pressure. And enable tablet pressure sensitivity for strength. That's, I guess, if you're using a tablet. This is your brush. I don't usually mess with this. This is if you texture. If you want to paint with a texture, I don't use that. This is your stroke method. Right now it's on space. It could be dots, drag dot, space, airbrush, anchored line, curve. Fall off. You can play with the shapes of your brush. I don't know what that means. And you can change the color of your cursor. I don't use all of that. I just use radius, strength, sometimes brush. Okay. I don't really dabble in texture though. It might be fun. Maybe one day we mess around with it. Anywho, I don't use it. So these are your different brushes. You have draw. Let's play around. Okay, so I don't like the size of this brush. I don't. So I'm going to press F on my keyboard, and I'm going to scroll my mouse down some. Boom. So that's another way to change your radius. And you can also do it here. You can also, see this arrow? Click on that arrow and go to Tool. And you'll have all your options here also. And even better, right here you have Add Effective Brush or Subtract Effective Brush. This is your I don't mess with that. This is your radius. Okay. This is the strength. And a bunch of stuff. Bunch of stuff. Alright? I don't mess with none of this. Don't ever do Untitled. Because it'd be crazy. Think I'm lying? Okay. Oh, symmetry. Symmetry is to whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. I usually keep that off. Sometimes I'll use it, but usually I'll keep that off. Alright, and the remesh. I don't use remesh because they be tripping. Okay, so hey, what happened to my pink color? You got to go up here and click on viewport shading. There you go. Unless you don't want viewport shading. Or you could even change your body color. You know what I mean? But I'm not. Okay, so we want to get those boobies covered and that part of that arm. So what we're going to do is go to inflate right here. And let's start with the boobies. I'm scrolling my middle mouse button to get closer. To get closer. Holding down shift and dragging this girl down. I'm going to press F to make my brush bigger. Okay, so the strength, I'm going to turn the strength up to like 250. And I'm just going to paint with the brush. Round and round she goes. And I'm going to do it on this side. Right? I try to go around so things don't be so awkward. Like, okay. And we covered that up. Now let's do this arm. Okay, we covered that up. Alrighty. Now let's play with grab, which is down here. I'm going to click on grab. And basically, I'm going to get closer. I'm going to turn her around some. So grab is exactly what it says. Grab. And you can like move stuff. Now, the more vertices you have, the better this works. Because if you got like stuff with like 10 faces or something, I'm just going to pull that out some. This was where symmetry would probably be good. Because you won't have nothing lopsided. But that looks a little lopsided. You see? I'm just going to bring some of that in. Or you can use smooth. I like to keep a little distance because you don't want no problems with something. But yeah, I wouldn't use grab really to shape too much. Maybe like you could shape bringing away some. I guess it's good for that. I wouldn't bring the breast out, seriously. I like the shape of the bottom. But, yeah. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, so, tutu. This is regular drawer. Let's mess around with it. So, if I put it on regular drawer, let's draw. And I'm going back and forth. So look what it gave me. A big lump. Lady lumps. I'm going to hit Control Z. If you do it continuously, that's considered one action. But if you do something and then stop, take your finger off the left mouse key. Because you use the left mouse key. Hold it down. Okay, and then you could do it once, and if I let go, it's considered, that's considered I did 2 strokes. Okay, but we're gonna do Control Z. That got rid of the first one. Control Z, that got rid of the first one. What? I don't know what I just said. Alright, let's see. Draw sharp, and this tells you the name of the brush you're on, your radius, your strength. These strengths are crazy. That's pretty high. That's why. Oh, that's bringing it in. Okay. Okay. I'm going to Control Z to undo that. This is clay. Let's see what clay does. I think, you know what? I'm just holding down my left mouse button. Clay is like drawer. Basically. Alright, Control Z. Clay strips. Let's see. Alright, so that gives you like a square effect. I guess if you wanted to make a pocket. That's a good idea, right? Alright. Control Z. Clay thumb. thumb is like, it's a flat push, you see? Very flat. So Control Z, Control Z. I think I gotta do it another time. Okay. Yeah, that's back to normal. Layer. Let's see. Layer is very, okay, and the strength is on 100. Layer to me is that all of these is like the same to me, basically. Inflate, I usually use inflate, smooth, sometimes flatten, and sometimes grab. And this is blob, crease. Let's see, crease. Okay, that's too much. What we could do, what's this? Smooth, flatten, fill, scrape, multi-plane scrape, pinch, grab, elastic deform. Snake hook is interesting. You just grab it and you could like, ooh, this is gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. And there you go, artwork. That's a regular thumb pose. Nudge, rotate. See, I don't mess with all of this stuff, guys. Boundary, cloth. What would cloth do? Oh, it gives it like wrinkles. Okay, undo that. It's too strong though, so we're gonna put it down and just, no, put it up some. So it gives it like a clothy look. Look at that. That's interesting. Oh, where's my mouse? Simplify, mask, draw face sets. I don't use none of this. I never even use cloth, like, cause I don't be on that kind of time. Alright, so they have a lot of things going on here. Okay. We'll get into other stuff maybe. I don't know. So the cloth just messed up my whole dress, right? That part. I should have saved it. Wait, let me undo this cloth. Okay. So I'm going to save my file. I named it Sewing Cloth in Blender. Oh, no, I didn't. That's my folder. Peach Cloth in Blender Tut. But name it, name your file. And I'm going to save. Okay. Now I'm going to add the cloth, because if I have to revert, I can. Alright, cloth. I'm going to bring it up some. I'm going to come in closer. You know, give it some shape. Make it clothy. You know, make it clothy. Alrighty. Now with that, I'm going to add inflate again. I'll bring inflate down some. And I'm just going to left click over the little holies. Some stuff you can fix in editing. Like this part right here, it's too much curvatures over here, so I'm gonna fix that in editing. And you know, if you don't like something, you can go to smooth and just use smooth to smooth some stuff out. And then you can go back into inflate to get rid of the holes. Some people like holes, some people don't. Okay, and I always like just bring her all around just to see, you know what I mean, shapes and stuff. Let's try one more thing. Excuse me. Let's see, fill. I'm gonna press Control Z. Alright, so fill is kind of like, alright, I like fill instead of inflate, because it doesn't like make this all cray cray. Alright, I think I want to smooth down this middle right here. Yeah, a little up here, smooth it. Yeah. Alrighty, I do, let's see, pinch. Pinch don't look like it's doing nothing. It did something. How about we go up and down? Alright, no. I'm trying to see multi-plane scrape. Okay, this we can do some wrinkles. That looks wrinkly. And then you can use grab to like change the shape of the wrinkles. And you can use inflate. No, let's do fill. Where is it? But that looked like it got rid of my wrinkles. Right? Girl, you just tearing your dress up. Let me smooth this. Because it is like was sticking all out. I'm going to make my brush smaller. F on the keyboard. And move my mouse up. No. I don't like that. Alright. So I'm just going to press Control Z. I think that looks pretty interesting. Crazy. No, it looks interesting. I'm going to do inflate. I'm going to press F. Move my mouse back to make my thing bigger. And I'm going to inflate. Inflate. Girl, that do not look like wrinkles. Smooth. I'm just gonna smooth her leg. I'm gonna smooth these a little. And then grab. I'm just gonna mess with this little wrinkle. I'm just using my middle mouse. I'm not a big wrinkle expert, but if you wanted a wrinkle, you can mess around with the multi-plane scrape. Let's add another one. And then inflate. And smooth. And smooth some of this on the side. you can smooth this too. And you can use grab if you want to grab it closer. I like to leave room for the legs. It's a rigging issue for me. And here I'm just going up and down. Okay. Alright, so pretty much I don't want that wrinkle though. I ain't going front. I just like it like that. And you can always make wrinkles also in Blender. I mean, not in GIMP or Photoshop. I don't want that thing in her butt. I guess too much. Doing too much. So I'm trying to get the dent out her booty. Oh, I'm not even on smooth. Girl. It is not even on smooth. Yeah, okay. I don't want that dent in her butt. Inflate. Get rid of that. Holy moly. Alright, so this is my dress. And you know, you can continue messing with sculpting. But truly, I am done with sculpting. So let's go to layout. And this video's been 1 hour and 22 minutes. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to that sound like Santa Claus. I'm gonna have to stop, guys. All right. Oh gosh. All right, so that is it for sculpting, fixing the sides. I guess we can call it shaping the dress. This neckline is crooked. We can fix that. I'm gonna tab into edit mode. I'm gonna hit 5 because I'm in user perspective, which I don't like. I like orthographic. And I am going to click on one vertice. I'm gonna hold down Alt and then click again to grab this whole neckline. And I'm going to go to vertex, up on top, smooth vertices. And I'm going to press S for scale. No. Right click to undo if you're in the move. I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to just click. I'm going to turn on proportional editing. And what that does is it moves vertices that's around. Like I picked this one vertice, so I'm going to put grab. And you see that little circle? That little circle's so small. But if I take my middle mouse button and roll it up, no, up makes it smaller, roll it back, and you see how now all the stuff in the radius of this circle, it controls it. Alright, but I don't want it that, okay, like that. So when I right click to get out of it, everything goes back. If you don't do that and say grab, say I did this, but I left clicked, that sets it. Right click undoes, you know, while you're in the mood. Move. What? Move while you're moving it. But if that happens and you can't right click at this point, right click would just click on something. You know what I mean? Just press Control Z and it'll bring it back. Okay? So I do want to kind of shape this neckline because it's looking crazy. So I'm holding down Shift and select these vertices here. I'm going to press G. You see this green line? That's the Y axis. Right here tells you Y, X. Z is up and down. X is side to side. Y is front to back. So grab, I want to go in the Y direction. And I'm just going to grab those out. And then I'm going to right click on some of these vertices. Hold down Shift. Do these guys here. Make sure you're not touching no other vertices, because your dress will be look crazy. Crazy, crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. I'm going to do again G for grab, Y for the Y axis. And I'm just going to bring this one out some. Okay, that's pretty decent. Yeah. So, if you don't like how my neck is so out, well, this is out there, you can fix all of that, you know. If you want to bring this down, what I would do is hold down shift. I would click on one vertice up here, then hold down shift. And click maybe like 3. Press G, Z for up and down. And you can like just drag it down. And you can turn to the side, press G. And we want to go to Y axis. That's front and back. And just pull it out some. And you can do that. And the same with the back. Double A to deselect everything. Press the C button on your keyboard. Circle select. I'm scrolling back to make this brush a little bigger. And I'm just going to select some of these guys right here. I'm going to go to the front to make sure nothing is selected. And we do have some selections here. So I'm going to press C for circle select again. I'm going to use my middle mouse button to deselect. The left mouse button is to select, see, and the middle mouse button is to deselect. I'm going to make sure nothing else is selected on this dress, and you can see better if you scroll away. Okay. And I'm going to press G for grab, Y for the Y axis, and I'm just going to bring this in some. And I'm going to press G for grab, Z for Z axis. And I'm just going to bring it down some. And then I'm just going to grab this vertice, press G for grab. I'm going to scroll my middle mouse wheel to make this smaller. And left click. And G for grab again. Z axis. I'm just going to bring this one up some. And I'm going to do the same for this side. G, Z. And that's not really working. I'm just going to press G this time by itself. Okay. And I'm just going to click on these two. You know, you got to play around sometimes. So you just press G. You can just move it anywhere. But sometimes that makes your mesh look crazy. But, you know, it is what it is. So I'm just going to fix those. Alright. So I don't know if somebody's going to be looking at you from an aerial view. I don't know. But I start to get like OCD doing this. I'm just going to move these down some. And sometimes I'm like, girl, stop. I'm just going to grab that. Bring that one up. Okay. You know, you can play around with it. Oops. And just move things and yada, yada, yada. Alright, and like I said, I like mines with space. So, yeah. Bring these up because I don't like that dip. Alright. And, you know, if you want to get rid of all of this, because some of y'all like a lot of cleavage, you can do that. So I press C. And you can delete this stuff. Make sure you're not selecting other things. Alright. So if I press X, And I'm going to go delete faces. Don't delete vertices. Delete the faces. I'm going to... These I'm going to delete vertices. I'm going to press X and just vertices. And then you just move them around to shape it. You know what I mean? Or you could use Sculpt if you want to. I don't really like using Sculpt too much because it be doing too much. I have a bad thing with having things even in my real day-to-day life. I'm just crooked. I'm crooked in a good way though. Not crooked in a bad way. Look how crooked that look. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Wait. I'm going to take off proportional editing. No, I'm not. I'm putting it back on. So, yeah. Wait, let's go back and sculpt. Girl. This a whole mess. I'm just going to smooth it some. Smooth it. And then I'm going to grab it. Grab it, baby. Alright, that's a little better. Now I can bring this down some. And this up some. And then inflate that little vertices area. Okay, so you know, use your imagination. I'm going back in layout. I'm going to tab to go in edit mode. Okay, so yeah, sculpting is pretty cool. These is crooked. But you know what? I ain't tripping. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys have some fun. Next, we will be texturing this puppy, and maybe we'll get into some weight painting, and I think I'm going to take you guys through my whole process. We'll see. Alright, but anyway, thank you. I love y'all. I do. Even though I don't know you, I still love you. But, you know, God loves you more. And if you're an atheist, agnostic, or Christian, I just challenge you to ask God to show you who He is, and show you His love, His light, His everything, His justice, His mercy, and definitely His grace. Okay? Jesus is our Lord and Savior. He is King. And I can't wait for you guys to meet Him and let Him into your life. Alright? I love y'all. Peace. See you next time. Boy. And your girl is outie.